All right, Transformers, we're live. This is Angelo Reynolds, Senior, that is. And this is the Transformers Academy. And so, as always, we've had a blast. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's Transformation of Vitamin as just as much as I have. And so you guys know I always like to be a part of something that is universal, something that is beneficial to all of us. And this week we talked candidly about the process of finding a way to think the way and change the way we think, act, and feel about situations. And so I gave you information talking about that. But if you're going to be joining us here briefly, I want to make sure that you understand why it is important for you to begin to look at things differently, the effects of looking at things differently, and how you will perform differently in everything you do. And so that's what my goal was this week, is to make sure that you begin to look at situations in terms of the way it's been presented to you and find new ways to present itself and act accordingly in terms of what you decide to do. Many of you have expressed interest in terms of trying to grow your businesses, trying to start that book, trying to get rid of addictions, all those things and those challenges that come your way. Well, this week I shared information. Hopefully you guys will continue to go back to that. But there were 3 things that I want you to be mindful of in terms of changing the way you think, act, and feel. And so if you think that it's important to start looking at things differently, then you're on the right track. Number 1, I talked candidly about being receptive to new ideas, being receptive to and adapting to new ideas. All too many times we have what I call, or what they call, stinking thinking. We are used to doing things one way, the old way. And so that way is resonated within our system. And historically, what happens to us, we become embedded in one way. And when we're one directional, we're not openness to anything different. So I'm hoping that with that said, you allow yourself to be openness and the willingness to adapt to new ideas and suggestions. Number 2 is I want you to get out of that comfort zone. See, all too many times our thinking has been comfortable for us. It's been a place where everything is okay. You're inside that box. And so you haven't allowed yourself, because you've thought about all the stresses, all the obstacles, all the challenges that will come with removing yourself and thinking differently. And so it's the fear factor. The anxiety kicks in. I know it does. And you begin to say, wow, why should I change the way I look at this situation? Why should I do it differently? Well, you should, because if you are still not finished that book, if you still haven't grown your business, if you still have those addictions, if you still haven't got out of that relationship, if you still haven't achieved those goals and those levels of which you acquire and you desire to do, then you have to change some things. And third and final is I want you to remember that you have to begin something in order to get to something else. What does that mean? You do nothing, you get nothing. You do something, you get something. You change the way you think, you'll start to see things change. Things around you will begin to change that you never thought before. See, once you begin to find yourself in a zone where you automatically become a change agent, others will begin to follow those things. And so I'm hoping that this week has been beneficial to you guys. And just remember that you have to do something. Anytime you set yourself and says, oh, I'm not going to begin, I'm not going to start, then none of those things will begin. The first step to anything is taking the first step. So if you're on the air, you've thought about it, you followed us this week, make sure that you're mindful and go to YouTube, where I've posted those things, and you can take notes there and find a way to get rid of that stinking thinking, get out of that comfort zone, and stop the complacency that has kept you from thinking differently about situations. I guarantee you, once you begin to think differently, you'll begin to act differently. You'll begin to feel differently, and you will look at everything through a different lens. And once you're able to do that, you'll find yourself in a place of upward mobility, find your place in an optimistic and not a pessimistic attitude, and things around you, people around you, places around you, and opportunities will begin to resonate into yourself as you begin to walk and an optimism level. I guarantee you. Okay? So if you're on the air, there's no questions, there's no comments. I hope you guys go to Periscope, go to YouTube. We're on Periscope now. Go to Instagram, all those things. Go to DrAngeloReynolds.com where you get a chance to see all the things that we have, especially for you, things that are not being broadcast, but things, and find out how you can become a transformer as well through our monthly subscription and thereafter. Okay. No questions or comments. I'm going to close out here. I hope this has been beneficial to you guys, but more importantly, I hope that something I've said this week begins to have you think about moving from one place to the next in terms of changing the way you think, act, and feel. It's so important. I can't stress the importance of how beneficial when I began to change the way I thought about things. Everything around me, you're welcome. Everything around me changed. Everything. My attitude became my altitude. My attitude changed the way I look, feel. My stress levels began to go down. All the things that used to frustrate me no longer frustrated me. And so I'm just saying to you is you have an opportunity. Why don't you begin now? Why don't you start now to really start to look at things differently? I guarantee you once you begin to do that, you'll see everything around you will begin to change. Sometimes drastically, sometimes slowly, but I guarantee you it will change. Okay, I'm Angelo Reynolds Sr. Go to DrAngeloReynolds.com. Follow us on YouTube. Go look at those videos. Sunday, you know we start a new transformational vitamin. Send us some of your inquiries about things that you like to hear about from the Transformers Academy, and we'll make sure we address them. You can always send us, thank you for the hearts and love. You can always send me a personalized email through DrAngeloReynolds.com. I'm on social media, Periscope as well, Instagram, YouTube, all those things. But go to the website. Take a look and find what there may be fitting for your organization, your corporation, your educational institutions, your ministries, all those things that may be viable for your personal growth. All right. Thank you for the hearts. We love you back. We love you even more. But more importantly, change the way you think, act, and feel. I'm Angelo Reynolds Sr. Hello. Who are you? I'm glad you're there. I hope that you begin to resonate with the things there. And I always like to close with the universe. And you see that beautiful sky. That's nothing but the creation of God himself. Look at that sunset. It's always good. Hello, Alex. How are you? It's always good there. We hope that everything is resonating for you. But more importantly, we hope you stay focused. Until Sunday, be best, be the blessed, be best, be the blessed, all that good stuff. You know how I get tongue-tied with this. We hope you'll visit us. We'll see you on Sunday. Peace, love, and blessings.